It is February 3rd, 2022. That's March 3rd, by the way. And I am calling this the first day of the Mustang rebuild. Been kind of having this in the back of my mind for a while. The boys are excited. They're ready to get going. And the first thing is that the block that I had machined and worked over probably about 6 months ago, had the cylinders bored 30 over, the block completely redone. The WD-40 I sprayed on it has worn off, and the block is rusted with surface rust. Obviously need to get that off, and that'll be step one. I'm going to do a little experiment. I've got 4 products here to remove rust. I've got the Permatech rust gel, the Permatex rust treatment. That's a spray. I've got a gel rust remover from Evaporust. And I've got the Lucas parts cleaner and degreaser. And the idea will be to test different areas with different products, see which one works best, apply it to the entire block, and get this back where it needs to be, clean it and paint it. So first things first, try to get the rust off, and then I'll probably go inside with what remains. It is March 4th. I'm calling this day 2 of the Mustang rebuild. We're back in the garage working on the engine. Cannon is applying, let's see which ones he's doing. He is doing the Evaporust gel. It is an odd substance. He's got a brush. He's applying it to the main caps. He also applied it to the underside of the engine, whatever he could do with a brush. I did the front of the engine with the Permatex rust dissolver gel. Last night we did the sides of the engine with the Permatex spray on rust dissolver. As promised, it turned the engine black. It seems to have removed the rust. This was the biggest pile of rust right in here, which I don't see any indication of rust. My finger is clean. I don't know if it's just black paint that they paint over rust or what. We're gonna find out whenever we rinse the block off here soon. And we'll see what rust may be left. It'd be Saturday, March 5th, kind of late in the day. We had to pull the camper out earlier and pull the boat out earlier. Boat's charging because we is going camping next weekend. That gives me the rest of the day to play on my motor. A couple of things. I've discovered that rust prohibitor, this Permatex rust treatment, is more like a Permatex rust cover-up. Just, you know, it goes on top of it, it goes black. I'm sure it prevents the rust from spreading more. Great, wonderful. I want it off. So I decided the only way to do that would be to hit it with a wire wheel. So I've hit this side with a wire wheel. I've also ground the top at the oil pan surface, as well as the front timing cover mating surface has also been ground up a little bit. I'm gonna have to hit it with something finer. I see a lot of, I guess you could say, ridges. I need to get it smooth, can do. So this is what the other side of the block looked like before I started. Solid black. You can see a lot of black gunk in here, and we're gonna hit it with, where'd my tool go? There it is, where my fan was. We're gonna hit it with this, just a 1-inch wire wheel on an impact. Gets it nice and shiny. It is March 6th, day whatever of the build, I think 3 or 4. And we left the block like that last night, doused in WD-40, having re-cleaned the deck and the lifters or lifter bores, resurfaced all of the surface contact points. And then tonight I focused on the first head, and I found that the best solution, I tried CLR, it did some stuff but not much. I found the best solution was just a wire brush and the parts cleaner, and got it pretty clean. more cleaning to be done. I think painting is going to be the biggest deal, but right now it's doused in WD-40 again, so it doesn't look too clean. It looks all kind of wet and nasty. I really didn't do anything with the valve stems or springs or anything like that. They're still pretty rusty. They're going to live their life bathed in oil, so I'm not too concerned about it. And next I've got to do the other head, and the main caps are just covered in that paste from the rust remover. Not at all thrilled with the rust remover. None of them. I tried all of those 3 rust removers, the Permatex, the Evaporust, and the Permatex gel. None of them worked. They all left this nasty white paste that just comes off on your finger when you rub it. Definitely don't want to paint that surface. Followed the instructions exactly and still got left with that. So I'm going to grind all that off with the wire brush, hit them with the parts cleaner, and get them ready for paint.